Welcome back to Essence of the Moon, where we explore the sacred, the unseen, and the soul-led path of the witch. Today we enter the fire, not to burn but to remember. This is a journey of reclaiming the sacred masculine, the inner protector, builder, and flame carrier within. Take a deep breath, light your candle, and join me as we step into the moonlight. As you can see, we're starting to step into the moonlight. I decided to come outside because my work week has been absolutely horrendous and I needed some nature. So instead of being inside filming, I decided to bring you guys outside with me and see what kind of birds we can possibly catch coming up here. I just saw a cardinal, so cardinals are my favorite. But we are diving into reclaiming the sacred fire of the divine masculine. This is a VR by Ramon at Moon Scarab and Rachele from Amethyst Ascension, along with the divination group on Facebook. So, understanding the sacred masculine, the divine masculine is an action, it's a direction, it's what holds us upright with integrity, while the sacred feminine flows, receives, and dreams. The sacred masculine builds, protects, and clarifies. So just to be clear here, the divine feminine and the divine masculine are in both. You don't have to be male to have divine feminine or carry it with you. You don't have to be female and not have divine masculine in you. So in the true essence, it is protective, not possessive. It can also be disciplined and loyal and devoted, but not controlling and not dominating. The archetypes of healthy sacred masculine can include the lover who acts with presence and tenderness, a king who leads with vision and justice, or a warrior who's going to defend what matters to the group, to them, to their whole collective. But all of these archetypes, I feel, have been distorted. The wounded masculine can become tyrannical, emotional, or more like emotionally unavailable, forceful. So we have been taught to fear the divine masculine and its power. But the sacred masculine is not domination, it's a divine order. And there's so many great examples, like I just stated, with the archetypes that are healthy, sacred, masculine examples. So I'm going to go ahead and pull a tarot spread by the Inner Flame. I am using a tarot deck. So it happened to be gifted to me by Ramon from Moon Scarab, my brother. So we have Tarot Vintage. Here's the backings. Aren't those pretty? And I love the coffee stained images on there. Aren't those pretty? Okay, so the first card is, what aspect of my power is ready to reawaken? What aspect of my power is ready to awaken? Interesting. That is the Four of Cups. What fear or distortion is dimming my light? What fear or distortion is dimming my light? Thank you. And interesting, the Star card. Let it focus. There it is, the Star card. What does my sacred masculine want to say to me now? What does my sacred masculine want to say to me now? Thank you. Ooh. So, I don't normally read reversals, but for some reason, I'm going to with this deck because it literally landed reversed. And this is my first time actually using this deck. And I never shuffle. I never mix up my cards. They're always upright. Even when I put them back together, they're always upright. So for me to get a reversal, I think it wants me to read it as a reversal, which I'm slightly scared of because I don't normally read reversals. So please bear with me, guys. What action would align me with my soul's fire? Number 4, what action would align me with my soul's fire? What action would align me with my soul's fire? Thank you. Ooh, interesting. The Knight of Cups. Focus, focus. There we go. Knight of Cups. Aren't these beautiful cards, by the way? Okay. Okay, 4 of Cups. What aspect of my power is ready to awaken? It's letting me know that I have like a dormant power, like it's not awakened yet. And perhaps I'm too distracted to see clearly what that power is of mine. And that I'm not allowing the divine masculine. Like I'm blocking them from receiving that message is kind of what I'm feeling. So you see that cup right there that's floating in midair, and that look on my face. My hands are crossed. It's letting me know that I'm not receiving it like I should be. And to me, that's the divine masculine. So I'm still holding back. I'm too distracted. What fear or distortion is dimming my light? Ooh, and the fact that it's a Star card. Make a wish. Let's see. What fear or distortion is dimming my light? I don't know, it could be that maybe my greatest light could also be my greatest fear. I subconsciously am fearing shining. And that's a hard one. I am doubting my healing abilities, my intuitive abilities, my spiritual path. Sometimes I feel like it's not enough. I'm not enough. Or I'm putting too much pressure on myself, which clearly I am doing. That light that I'm showing, because I'm OCD and type A, I want it to look perfect and look polished and look put together. I think that's the persona I'm always putting out there. But it's letting me know that I feel like my light doesn't have to be that way. It can be raw and real and disheveled, you know? And I'm letting I'm letting my fear of who I am get in the way of dimming, of who I'm supposed to be, and I'm letting that dim my light. Yeah, that's a tough one. Okay. Number 3, what does my sacred masculine want to say to me now with the Tower reversed? Ay, Dios mío. Here's the Tower in reverse, guys. Isn't that beautiful? It should be upright. And as I said in my live 6-month channelversary, I always welcome a tower moment. I'm not sure if I welcome a tower moment in reverse. So what does my sacred masculine want to say to me now with my tower reverse? It's letting me know I have to release what no longer serves me before it collapses right on top of me. That's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a collapsed tower right on top of me. I think I'm resisting change because of my fear in that star card. I'm clinging on to old beliefs, maybe. My sacred masculine is actually holding space for that destruction and rebirth, that being rebuilt into something better and greater. But I do have to resist. I have to stop resisting. My sacred fire is trying to break through that rubble of outdated fears that I have. Oh my God. This is hard, guys. Okay, what action would align me with my soul's fire? The Knight of Cups. And it's like that's like the cups as emotions, romance. That's what I see when I see, I see courtship with a Knight of Cups. I feel like it's calling me to move toward what I truly desire, what my heart is leading me to, and I'm one that holds my heart on my sleeve, and that's usually a problem half the time. But it wants me to pursue any visions that I have. It wants me to speak my truth, but with grace. Yeah, I feel like it wants me to get to know myself, to date myself, get to know who I am. Yeah, that's what I see. So I feel like this spread's telling me a story of my soul on the edge of being reclaimed, I'm not powerless, that I'm kind of in a pause before I start my engine. I feel like my sacred masculine is ready, but first I need my sacred heart must say, with that Knight of Cups, must say, yes, I'm ready for this. And I need to stop resisting. Ugh, this was tough, guys. That was a tough one. Thanks, Ramon, for pushing me. I'm going to go ahead and try and journal these. I'm not a big journaler because it's asking us to journal our prompt. I have a hard time with journaling, so we'll see what happens. Okay, so practice reclaiming your sacred masculinism, the part 3. So what qualities live in your sacred masculine? What parts of you are noble, protective, discerning, and bold? You have to let your voice claim them, say them out loud, write them down, keep a note somewhere where you can say it each day this week. I am devoted. I am a guardian of truth. I am wise in action. Yeah, that's another one with journaling. I might have to actually journal this month. Okay, part 4 is journal, prompt, and inner alchemy. So when did I learn to fear or distort my power? Trace it back to when a moment or a belief that a voice told me that your power must harm, dominate, or disappear. Who or what taught you that your strength was dangerous or unworthy? I'm going to answer this one out loud. I think coming from a relationship that was not healthy and very masculine, but not in the healthy, sacred masculine way. It was tyrannical. It was emotionally unavailable. It was forceful. It was cold and just very much was never there for when I needed it. Not in the 10 years of marriage. So I feel like now I do have some trauma that I'm still dealing with, and it comes up in this relationship, in this life right now that I'm in. And it's not healthy. I feel like I have to be sometimes forceful, or I have to be, I'm harming the person I love because I'm still afraid of letting go of my own power. And it's not healthy. So that's what taught me that my strength, and then what taught me that my strength was dangerous or unworthy. I think that's what it was that made me feel unworthy, is that relationship that was not healthy. And we do it out of fear. We don't do it out of, because it's the right thing. I hope you guys are seeing these lightning bugs coming through. When I was younger, I'm gonna stop here for a second and take me to a divine feminine to balance this. You guys all know my father passed away when I was young, and I think that has a lot to do with the divine masculine and why I am the way I am. Not having a father growing up can be very difficult on a girl. But those lightning bugs, I remember being outside and chasing them on these summer nights, and my dad out there watching us. And we'd come back with lightning bugs that we caught in our hands. And he'd have us let it go because they didn't belong in our hands. That's what I'm remembering right now. This raw moment for you guys. Okay, so when did I feel my power was holy? A moment where your actions aligned with truth, when your voice rang clear, when your presence protected or created something sacred. What did that feel like in your body? A moment where your actions aligned with truth and my voice rang clear. I think when I had, holy shit, when I had that moment of asking for the divorce, I'm the one that initiated that. I'm the one that gave him back my ring. And I'm the one that said I was done. I think that's when my divine masculine showed up. My strength. That was my truth. That's when my voice rang clear. That's when I protected my presence. And then I started this journey of becoming who I am now. I think Lilith had something to do with that. I think she was already there, helping me reclaim my inner power. Perhaps Odin was there too with my divine masculine. I don't know. It's interesting. What did it feel like in my body when I did that? Holy crap, I was so scared. But inside of me, I knew I was going to be okay. I knew that That was the start of something new for me, the start of my truth, the start of this journey. And it has been. I met my husband, you know, a year and a half after that. I moved to Texas and sold everything, and I said, the hell with this place, I'm moving. And I did. And 11 days after that, I met my husband. And he has been a blessing. He's helped me reclaim my divine feminine and my divine masculine by being that safe place for me. I feel like I'm at home when I'm with him. When he's hugging me, I feel I'm at home and I'm safe. I think that's what I've always wanted, just to be safe. So it's let yourself remember that, whoever's listening. Let yourself rewrite your own story. Rewrite your own story. You're not here to suppress that fire of yours, that divine masculine fire. You're here to wield it and make it your own, you know? Oh, goodness. So I am going to be posting everybody's links below, Ramon's and Amethyst Ascension, Rachele, and the Moon Scarab with Ramon. Please join us on this divine masculine. You don't have to be a man to participate. Anyone can do this. We welcome you all. Thank you for walking with me through this fire and this truth of the sacred masculine. May your actions be aligned and your spirit be steady, and your power held in reverence. This has been another sacred offering with Selena from Essence of the Moon. And until next time, guys, trust your flame, speak your truth, and keep walking into the moonlight.